Alright, so once again, this is Leaflit's new video. Groom your girlfriend. Wait, do I have? Yeah. Chrome is unmuted. Alright. Let's go for it.
ズムが目標を達成するのを阻止なければならない。アベが脅威を生み出したのだわ。
あいつらを生かせてオンリブラースに全財産を使わせてやるわ。
我々は人間を破壊する。どんな手段を使ってでも無。みんなこ
んにちは。トクシックポジティビティは悪いよ。大切な人を一緒に助けようね。じゃあ行こう。時々自分を見失っちゃうよね。もっと素敵になれるのに気づかない。社会はそのままがいいって言うけど、そんなのつまんないよ。変えちゃう。
Woodwife, yeah, 100%. Imagine the smell. Oh my god. Oh. This is Leaflit's new song, Groom Your Girlfriend. Oh my god, I just saw something. I'll point it out in the second watch. Oh my god, that's hilarious. That was actually really, really good. I'm gonna go back a little bit. Just things I saw I wanted to comment on. In a good way. I mean, first of all, we just gotta admit, you know, not to glaze Leaf anymore than I'm pretty sure plenty of people do, but she is a master of her craft. And she is doing things that are like way beyond a lot of things that a lot of us can do. Chief amongstly, because I think she has the funds to do so. So I mean that's good, you know. Like I think she's setting the bar, at least production wise, because she says she's going to be cranking out one of these like idle videos every week, like at least once a week, which is impressive. As long as it doesn't become like too sloppy. And by sloppy I mean like in the lazy sense, not in the, you know, AI slop sense. But I think she's done great so far for the ones that I've seen. So yeah. But let me see. I think it's interesting that, you know, she has like, you know, the sloth character to represent laziness. We also have the I'll say the Karen character to represent I don't know, just Karens in general, as well as you know, just like being like slothful and lazy and like all this kind of like fat culture, yeah, gluttony. But more specifically, I think it's more of the culture that's around that, where they're like, nah, it's okay, you're beautiful the way you are, queen, you know, you need to work out, he don't deserve you. It's like, well, he kind of does. I mean, let's be honest. And then on the other side, we have you know, the e-thought Coomer girl, which you know, make them coom and spend all their money on only blams. Oh my god, that's good. And then of course we have the I'll say the meth zombie or the fent zombie, right? Which I guess that just represents like addictions in general, so that's pretty funny. I'll play from here. For once I thought that was Angus. No, I had double checked, it wasn't Angus. It's just because Leaflit's kind of like in her own category, and by that I mean like she's grown to such like a level where she almost has her own community inside a community. And like while she is, I think a lot of us consider her part of Skyenet, and I think she would consider herself maybe like tangentially part of Skyenet. She doesn't pay attention to like a lot of the inner workings as far as who's in, who's out, who's coming, who's going. A good example of that is I know she did a video recently about a certain individual that, you know, smells like bong water, that a lot of people were kind of like, why are you doing that, Leaf? And it's like, well, she's not super like into the inner workings as far as like what's going on in the background, you know. So she thought she might have just been doing something good for the community, but I digress. Leaflet may not even know who Angus is, so it's just like a fun little coincidence there. And by fun I mean like, I also love it when she puts in the English. It makes me laugh so much. Of course, girl failure Leaflet is something that I don't think any of us expected, but it's something we all needed in our life, at least once. And I've said it before, but I'll say it again. Can you imagine the smell? And you. I also like that her mom, Asari, kind of like pushes her out, like, go touch some grass, loser. I love her jacket that says Quanko Slayer on the back, too. That's like chef's kiss. So I also noticed right here on her shirt, instead of saying want to be idle, it says won't to be idle. And I don't know if that was just like a AI blunder that she didn't pick up on. I think she pretty much picked up on it. It's probably a play on the whole English thing, which is like doubly hilarious. Get that fat ass in shape right now. Damn. How many of you guys have ever been like in a relationship and the other person just like totally lets themselves go once they get comfortable? It is so annoying, man. It's so annoying. Now, I'm not in a situation like that right now, but in my past relationship I was, and oh my god, that person, like, you watch them go from their peak to just slide down. And you know, I'm not criticizing people who have like depression or whatever, you know, depression is a bitch, but the people who just like let themselves go because they assume you're always going to be there to like pick up their slack, that's what sucks. I feel like this is a personal attack. No, in all seriousness, like I don't do this at all. I just think it's funny because I had posted that picture, which was originally supposed to be me relaxing, you know, because I was sick. And we started making the jokes that it looked like Mags became a gooner. So I'm just leaning into it for the lols.
になろう
Entirely unrelated. Yeah, you guys probably should, you know, at least walk or jog if you're able to. Because, you know, should you ever have sex, stamina is a thing. And all the excitement in the world ain't gonna make up for like 2 or 3 seconds of bad stamina. And if you know, you know. I'll just say, you know, a premature discharge is something that they'll probably tell their friends about.
駅に溺れてる時は愛情たっぷりでほどほどにって教えてあげよう全部肯定するだけじゃダメだよね優しい気持ちで批判するのも最高の愛だよみんなで最高の自分になろう一緒に星をつかもうね手痛いなんてもうやめよう It's time to level up 生産性ゼロで太って中毒なんて必要ないよ Groom 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 Your wife Be productive and keep growing Groom 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 Your husband Get us stronger Faster 君に見えない可能性を私が信じてる自分を信じないで私を信じて一緒に叶えよう Groom Groom 君も私と一緒
I just noticed something with this fight that I thought was kind of hilarious. Is the fact that she goes after the sloth first, and the sloth isn't doing anything. It's just like, yeah, whatever.
一緒に星を目指した一緒
You go back a little bit.
君も私と
He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm just in your way.
一緒に星を目指したいよね限界を破ってスーパーになろうよ
Hilarious. Oh man. Like another great one from Leaflit. Nothing to really complain about. She knows her craft very well. She knows her trade very well. He trying to hit with bong, right? Any real like meth head or fenton zombie or even just stoner would probably not throw a bong or even attack with a bong. But I digress. Yeah, Leaflit did a great job here. Definitely go check it out. I'll link it, of course, down in the comments and such. Yeah.